2011, I didn't have any heroes. I thought it was unmanly for a 40-year-old man to have heroes. I've got 3 heroes. I'll tell you what, one is Jerry Lewis. That's right. I've heard people say that we're courageous and that it's taking courage to do what we do. I heard a saying the other day. It says it takes a lot of courage to stand up to your enemies, but it takes more to stand up to your friends. And I think that's what Jerry Lewis has done here. And I think that's my second hero is Tom Ryan. When we got the lawsuit back in July, me and Randy were sitting there, and I'm like, Randy, I'm not a real lawyer. I can't handle this. I'll do it. Neither is he. And we were thinking, like, what are we going to do? And into that phrase stepped Tom Ryan, who also indirectly was brought together with us through Joe Arpaio. That is absolutely true. But Tom Ryan basically set his life aside for about 3 months to help this cause. And I just let one of the reporters know, I don't think we're here tonight having this celebration without Tom Ryan's efforts. For those of you who were here a few months ago when we turned in the signatures, Randy's become my closest friend over the last few months as we've done this. I have so much respect for Randy. This is a man that could be out with the education he has, with the personality he has. He could be doing anything he wanted in this world. He could be making millions of dollars, but he's not, because he has a love for people. He has a concern for other people, and he wants to do the right thing. I have so much respect and admiration for Randy Pottis. Let's give it up for him. For Petra and Raquel to say a few words. I just want to say I was out at a couple of the polling places today. They've been doing amazing work. Again, I don't think we're here having this celebration without the work they've done. I was at one polling place, and it was 100% Latino voters showing up there.
These types of victories don't happen with any one particular group. It happens when people come together. So I want to applaud Promise Arizona. Because, there's a lot of groups in Arizona, right? A lot of groups took a pass on this historic fight. Oh, that's too hot for me. That's too political. Russell Pearce, he's too strong. It's about the Senate, the president. We have bills pending with Russell Pearce. We can't get involved in that fight. We're going to have to give him some money because we just got to play politics that way. So I want to command Promise Arizona in action. Yeah! If you need times in history, if you came out and say no, you got to step up and bring your people out and vote. So Petra, come up, Raquel, come up.
Up here representing Promise. I've known Randy for almost a decade, and I'm not surprised by this courageous leadership that he has taken us through this past year and a half. So again, we can't say enough of that leadership and that courage. But Promise Arizona in action was born in a firestorm, and we've continued to be in a firestorm. But this night isn't about me or Randy. It's about the young people in this audience. And I don't want to say anything else, because who I want to introduce is my hermana, my colleague, the person that I depend on in Promise Arizona, who has led the field work for Promise Arizona and Action Political Committee to defeat Russell Pearce tonight. So I introduce with great, great pride the toughest Latina that I know in the state of Arizona.
thank you to Citizens for Better Arizona for Randy's leadership, having the crazy visions, and always thinking, nobody ever thought that this was going to be happening. Nobody ever thought that this was going to be possible. He's always saying that, right? And then it seems impossible, and then, oh my God, I'm sucked into it, right? So, first of all, we have to say to Citizens for Better Arizona, thank you for collecting the 10,000 signatures to bring us to this point. Thank you. It brought hope, it brought unity, it brought another vision for Arizona to move forward, for many families that have been separated, for many families that have been impacted by bad laws like SB 1070, bad laws like Proposition 300 that doesn't give access to everybody, access to education to everybody here in the state of Arizona. So bringing down Russell Pearce, it's a huge victory for our community. And what we were able to do today I don't even know how to describe what I feel, but what I do know is that I'm inspired by the Mesa community and the way that everybody has stood up and fought with tremendous courage. But I have to say that there were 3 teams that we worked with throughout the last 3 months. We had a team here from the University of Arizona, Youth Education in Action. I have to give him the mic in a little bit. We have the Trebles, and I know that there's a lot of people with yellow shirts around you guys. Anna and DCH, we have names for a team, but those people woke up at 5 in the morning. I'm sorry, at 4 in the morning, they got a wake-up call from me. At 5 in the morning, we were opening up our office. At 6 in the morning, we were going to the polling locations to make sure everything was done correctly. Mind you that these are people that have never, ever experienced a campaign, but they led it like they were professional organizers. That's right. And they were there. Visibility actions at 7, 8 o'clock, bring in your volunteers. 9 o'clock, we had 77 church that we needed to cover through the day. There were 2,198 doors. And we're like, okay, how are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? It was all recruitment. It was all like, we have to bring in everybody. By 4 o'clock today in the afternoon, we had covered all the shifts. We had covered all the church. That we had enough time to go from 4 to 7 back into the field, knock and drag Latinos out. We have a story. We dragged them out. Yolanda Medina, she's from Phoenix, Arizona. So, what happened is that it's 6:50, all right? And this girl is knocking on the door of a family, right? Latinos, and the person who's registered to vote is a young fellow. He's asleep, and she's like, no, wake him up, wake him up. And they're like, no, we're not gonna wake him up. So this young lady starts screaming his name. He woke up. And today, at 7 p.m., that boy voted. I'm sorry, I have to make a clarification. He voted for Sherry Lewis. So, just like that story was not the only one in the field. But that's what we saw today, the Latino community come out to vote, and we know we were not the majority of the people voting today, but we know that we also start to build a new movement here in Mesa, and it's going to start to change the direction of Arizona, and it's a new day in Maricopa County. It's a new day where we're going to be able to celebrate Constitution you. A new day. Thank you so much. Thank you to all our teams, to all our volunteers.
And John Laredo come forward. And as they're coming forward, I'm going to introduce Francisco Heredia from Mi Familia Vota. This was not, again, there's another group that can participate. Say a few words, the phone calls, mailers, all sorts of things to really help get our message out. So Francisco Heredia from Mi Familia Vota. Let's hear it for Francisco.
Just want to thank Randy, Promise Arizona in Action, everybody that worked here. We're glad, Mi Familia Vota, that we could have we supported, the efforts that everybody was doing here. But this doesn't stop here. The message. This is the first step. This is the first step. We need to take it. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe we start on Thursday. But we need to keep on. We need to keep on encouraging people to vote. We need to keep on informing them, making sure people are kept accountable. Because this race is making sure. We can't stop working. So I want to thank everybody. Thank you, Randy. Everybody here. So, all
right, thank you. Thank you, Francisco. We call all these folks, we get to the last couple months of the campaign. They've been at it since January, right? We call them closers. Closers. They come in, they bring that energy, that news that help us get to the finish line. Another group there was John Laredo and Jeff Robinson from the public campaign. So let me tell you what's going on. Prior to these people on the scene, our folks being bombarded by mail. Russell Pearce, best person in education. Russell Pearce, loved by law enforcement. Russell Pearce, the best job creator. Russell Pearce, it's God's chosen one, right? Our volunteers are walking the pieces. Just a stack of this, right? Stack unlimited money. They got on the scene, I think now the last count, the last 10 days, over 80,000 pieces of mail came down telling the story of Russell Pearce. So with that, John Laredo and Jeff Robinson here for them. Of course, John was the one that was bold on Sunday, wasn't he? Yes. Let's hear for John Laredo and Jeff Robinson.
Thank you, everybody. Look, we learned a lot of lessons from this campaign here today, all right? And one of the main lessons that we learned from this campaign is that it was lobbyists and special interest money on Russell Pearce's side versus the voters of District 18. And tonight, the voters of District 18 won. There is a lesson here. There is a lesson here. No longer will special interest money in politics and lobbyists be able to buy the citizens' legislature anymore. We are taking it back. So let this be a warning to all of those people like Russell Pearce who believe that the lobbyists are going to protect them day in and day out, year in and year out. You are no longer safe. We're coming for you next.
And right here, a couple more folks from Youth in Action real quick. Come on up.
Political power that's right now in the state of Arizona. I myself have to pay almost $1,000 for one community college class, and I am from Phoenix, Arizona, and it took me 2 hours almost every day to come down here to Mesa.
Hold on, someone just said Pearce is conceded.
dudes are now going coast to coast like these dudes go around the world, but Arizona's stepping up for the family.
I want to thank everybody. Let's go at Conceded too. Today, the citizens of Arizona put the real meaning back into the phrase, "Si se puede." It was not done by corporations. It was done by individuals, people who cared. It was not done by lobbyists. It was not done by big law firms. It was done by small individual people who came together to say enough is enough. Tonight you spoke. It is enough. You did a great job. I want to thank my wife, Anita. She's the only other person in my law firm. That's it. To take this all on. When we filed the lawsuit against Olivia Cortez, we didn't find out it was going down until that morning. My lovely wife drove to the courthouse with 180 seconds left on the clock to file the complaint. That's how dedicated she is. You've heard enough speeches tonight. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations on all your hard work. I'll go.
I know this is beautiful. There's so many people to thank. We had a core team of people that got us there from the very beginning. I want to thank Lilia Alvarez for all the work. This is somebody who started this campaign as a second-year law school, and now is in her third-year law school. She's going to help us raise thousands of dollars so we else recruit the people and make this thing happen. I want to thank her. I want to thank Sarah Ryan. Where's Sarah Ryan? Is she here? Sarah Ryan for working with our volunteers, being the dedicated person, working long hours, being there for us. Rachel also in the office working with us. Where's Mary Lou Betcher? I mean, the list goes on and on of people. So it's Mary Lou this year. So I want to thank Mary Lou. I want to thank all the people that have walked, all the people that volunteered. Raise your hand if you volunteered and you walked. Raise your hand. So with that, I know everyone's really excited. Everyone wants to take off. Just have your, everyone just bring it down one more second, please. Bring it down. Bring it down, please. Bring it down. I just want to have this one final moment with everybody, and everyone can just go crazy like you all want to do. I know you might do it. Just let this moment sink in for a little bit. Think of what the narrative was before tonight of Arizona. Think of what people used to think about who we are as people. Think about the narrative that people like Senator Pearce put on yourselves, on our families, on education, right? All those things that we care so much about. Let it sink in. You all made history tonight. Yeah. This not only is this the first time in 100 years, the first time in the history of the United States of America that a sitting president. On behalf of Citizens for a Better Arizona, on behalf of all the organizations who are here today, we thank you for everything you've done, all your time, your commitment, your tears, all the sacrifice and determination. Because without that determination, we would not be here tonight.
Amen.
Thank you all. Let's enjoy this party. Let's celebrate this victory.
Gracias.